Oh, everybody come on in. Let's talk about the altar. So I'll go with John first and then. Okay, so come over here. Come over here. All you got to come and see from my perspective. 从我的看法，没关系，我们就是要讨论这个事情。Mr. Zolia, 来， you come close. Okay, look. 比如说，一般来说，我们吃手，然后我压 John， 他就会 lock 上，对不对？然后他会打我，所以我没有办法马上去这个位置问 ，right？ 大部分你想要问手就是去这里，然后比如说弹打，问题是他太快 ，OK？ 所以他拉到我，我是去这个位置 ，you see？ 他打不到我 ，right？ 所以这是你的马虎的事情。那另外就是说，我去那里的时候，他拉不到我，他要打我，that's a 标，然后标就开，放手线之后，你就可以攻击。所以就是人打我，我一定会失败 ，right？ 比如说我不敢往内弹，我就会闪开，然后他还是会来打我，他可能走一步 ，right？ 砰，然后我可以标。你看，你不要升降，不要直接这个人，好像就是这个方向。You're gonna go up， 因为他的头啊，他的脑袋 ，his brain right is here, so you want to go up on these, like for example, this point here, this point here. You want to go like this, or maybe this side, right, or down into the clavicle area. You're gonna go down. 那我是他，因为他要跳来跳去不被打。He's going to move around. He doesn't want to get hit, right? So you want to be using your fingers to follow him. 来了 You go that way, I go this way. You go that way, I go this way. You go, he duck, I can still go down, right? You go like this, you can上去那里，你的手指。所以这标志就是有几个方向。So that's your 基本来说这个事情 This is very basic idea what's going on, right? So I want to 闪开，因为我没办法被打。No， 这一次我弹手，结果他打我 ，OK 标，对不对？比如说我还弹，他打我标。You see， 这个我没有办法，这个手要他做一步 ，right？ 这个手要来，对不对？我来得及。去这里吗？没有办法 ，right？ 所以我闪开，或是我闪开，插走，因为我没有办法帮上这个手。There's no way I could box out in time, so I roll my elbow, and that become gun, and so on and so on. 有不同的招式你可以做，因为你没办法做基本的动作，基本的招式。You cannot do it. That's life. They said no way to. There's my side. So you're gonna punch anyway. I punch so. 然后后面是后面。谁知道你的什么招式会适合？但是这个时候我一定不能用小念头跟寻找。So I'm normally when he punches me, I tan. He's faster than me. I can blow him, right? He's coming. Okay, now I'm in the normal. I can do the normal thing like a shoniento or a shuncho kind of application. But the thing about Biaoter is you can use it to attack from the beginning. If you have a pressure on your arm here, you just pop and you go. You can pop with this to open his guard. In other words, this is pushing me this way, right? So I can pop him with my arm, this part of my arm, and then go. So it's a really quick way to open up his guard to attack. You can use it for attack right away because there's pressure on your arm, right? You're pushing me up this way, I drop, you see? I drop my arm, it brings him up, then I go up. 1, 2. So there's a lot of applications. To talk about it seriously, it would take a long time to talk about how many ways you could use that. But the Biao is very interesting Belger is very interesting because when someone pushes you, and he comes out very hard on his bong cell, right? I can't always stay here. He's going to hit me, right? So I switch out my horse, and I put my hand on top and I pop him. See, this hand's too far away, right? Let's look at it from the other side. When someone's pushing you hard like this, and you feel like, hey, I can't jump cell him here. His position is better than mine, right? See? Maybe I'll have to jump cell, right? And now he's going to hit me here, right? So when he's pushing me there, I switch up my horse to here. Now he's too far, right? He's still going to try to hit you. Of course he is. The only thing is I'm going to lopsal this. I'm going to switch out like this. And my body's turning this way. So now that's way too far away from me, right? Just tie you in, right? So I switch up my horse and I get low or high. For example, he pushes, maybe he blocks high. Okay, I go low. He goes low. Okay, I'm going to go high. Now, Molly, because you're short, there's no way you're going to go, typically you're not going to go high a lot. Probably you're going to go underneath it more. In my case, I'm the same height as him, so I can go higher or low. But in your case, short person, you're going to be down here. You'll probably get this a lot. So that you got a lot of applications from this position. Okay. Once you opt out someone here, you can take them for a sweep. That's that sweep we were just doing, right? When you're switching your legs. So it's like pretty cool when you can get that, because the guy just hits the ground like a sack of potatoes. 就是像一包马铃薯装到马铃上。Fight over. Probably fight over, but then maybe you have some legal problems. You gotta be careful, okay? So Bialzi, the idea is someone push you here, right? I pop him and then I switch out. You don't want to pull him too hard to you. He's gonna come because he's a big guy. What a girl really wants is you want to, and then switch. You want a light pressure on the bong cell like you lop cell typically like this, right? You always do this. Someone pushes you and you can't go down. Oh, I can't go down. That guy's going to hit you, right? So instead you switch out. Now, if you switch out here, there's all kinds of things you can do with this leg. Because your weight is here. You can kick this leg, right? You can ball pie someone. But the point is you're away from this hand. This is what you're trying to avoid, because you don't have time. If I cancel here, it's useless. This guy will come and bam, he's just going to knock my head off with lancao or a boxing hook. 那lancao就是拳击的勾拳，我们拳击勾拳就是这些招式 ，right？ 所以像 John 那么大的人，你觉得你可以看这里吗？没有办法 I go here, 他就是过来。So my problem is he's too strong, and I can't directly clash with the force. So I have to switch up my horse. Right? Now, being here, it takes him time to get here. That gives me time to gun show. That gives me time to, for example, he punched in and you get deep and I can roll and go the other way. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're always going to do one way. But if he's coming on me and I feel like this pressure is really hard on my arm, I can roll it. I can start to use other directions, right? Because I'm getting away from his punch. 我要闪开，不要被打就好。So this is a pretty complicated looking geometry. 那个几何学非常复杂，不是像一般的我们学的。So you got to play around with it. And you cannot copy your teacher's geometry because you got to mess around with this stuff for a while before you go, oh, wow, that's really weird, but I can do it that way. Less Molly, you're down here. Even her, she's shorter, right? So the thing about this kind of stuff is that you don't want to be reaching to hit someone. You don't do this in Belger. What you do is he comes and you put your weight back here. That drags him in. That dago like take a function. You can hit here, top paltiala, right now I'm not so scared of that hand, right? It's very far away. I got time to do the normal stuff. It's when this is coming at me here that I need to switch out. I get a hit or not. If I don't get the hit, 至少他不打我, right? you punch in, right? You can still start to use the normal stuff here. But if you're over here, right, you got some problems. You have to spin your elbow, just like 茶粥。我的师傅常常说茶粥，他用广东话，在广东的粥，或者Mandarin 粥，所以茶上去，然后一个粥法。So, 比如说 you start to roll with this stuff, like you roll, you get a bomb, you roll来，你弹，所以不，这个人会拿出他的手打。You think you can hit him, 他跑掉 you just pop, you throw a hook, and that's why you gun. 所以你要有一个 fallback, a plan B. 就是你有 A 的计划，结果达不到 B， 要用第二个。所以这个招式你会发现很多不同的 application. You got to play around with it, like I just said. You cannot just copy. You never can copy me because you got to mess around with it a long time, and then you're going to start. Oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do that. Before I couldn't do that. And over time, you start to figure out, hey, I can do this here. You can start to open up your mind, right? Get a different feeling for how to use 咏春拳，就是把你的想法扩大，有关咏春拳。对 ，especially young people, young people, she can move in a different way. So you can try it. Just try it. You just go rolling, and when someone pushes you, right? He push you. You switch out your horse first, and then you feel power here. 这个时候你不必碰 too far, right? And then 他一压我 I switch, and then I go. 我不必立这个手，因为比如说 I go here and leave, and then 我就是自己的手失败。所以我转的时候不必弹这个扶手。And then I switch out here. Okay, go. Now that has to be quick, like a snake, right? Someone pushes you here, you're normal rolling, right? Like we're normally rolling with force, right? You push me too hard here. 现在我已经失败, so I switch out, right? And then, okay, go. 他不压你，他可能不压呢，就怎么拉他 I can't bring him in when he doesn't yell. What I want is him to push. If he pushes hard, I can do this. Just normal rolling. You push hard, go. If he doesn't push hard, so how am I going to get him here? There's no bridge. There's no power for me to use Lada. I want him to push so I can switch out. Just normally at Tansao, and you feel he's going to hit you, right? And you feel pressure, that's your chance. But if you don't feel pressure, you're still going to punch, and you're going to have to bridge the normal way. It's just you need something, you need to escape to do this stuff. Because people have much longer arms than you. That's reality. Let's focus on reality, right? Reality is you have to be able to keep safe. Small people can't get hit too many times. No, you have to be very conservative about your use of the salsa. Yeah, you can try rolling for a while. Mr. Zhou, you can roll with her, and John, you can roll with Molly, and then we'll switch. And we'll stop the camera. Thanks for watching, everyone.